Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid. We are now on day 4. We were supposed to have slept for a bit, but we woke up in a panic and with anxiety. So Charlie here had a bad dream, which means that while we've slept, we haven't really rested yet. I was going to use the beginning of this day to do a little bit of clearing around the neighborhood, take care of some menial chores, and then start recording after that. But I put him to sleep, and then he woke up. So I then shut the game off, and now we're back to try and help him recover from his nightmare. He's got some anxiety, and I don't think I've looted any magazines that can help with that. I've got all the recipe and other books that I picked up from our previous run, but I don't think I have enough to help him. Why is that? Where did I leave that? Okay, let's stick that in the freezer. Right, so I don't think unhappiness is gonna do it, but let's try eating some chocolate. Because he's not unhappy, he's stressed. So we need a book that will help with that, and then we can put him back to sleep. So we have our baseball bat. Where can I get some? I think if I just go to the houses next door, we should be able to find something. That'll work. Yeah, just read a couple of magazines and then go back to bed. These are very useful to have around the house. I'm going to be looting a ton of them. They're useful for when you're kind of stuck indoors in winter, or when there's heavy fog and it's more difficult to go out. Because when there's heavy fog, once we've sort of made the perimeter of the neighborhood safe, there's no real reason to go walking anywhere. But then you can't really drive because you keep crashing into stuff. Fog in this game is quite bad, especially when it's heavy. What I haven't had the pleasure of experiencing yet, and it was one of the things that I was kind of hoping that I would experience in the other playthrough, where I'm 6 months in and approaching, I think, January now, is total snowfall. I've had snow, I've had really cold temperatures, but no full snow cover. And I'm gonna carry on that playthrough to the side. Okay, we're feeling a little bit better. Just so I can experience that. But ideally, I would like to carry on this playthrough. Maybe I'll find a way to maybe condense down the days, especially the days where all we do is, inventory management, some building tasks, and so on and so forth. Because while it's interesting to watch, there's probably a million other YouTube videos that show things off in a condensed manner that's sort of easier to digest. So I although this is sort of a long form play, I wanted to make it sort of more interesting for people to watch. I mean, I enjoy the game. Okay. I enjoy the game. I ramble a lot while I'm talking about the game, about other things. You may find it interesting, you may not, but at the end of the day, you want to see some gameplay. I want to see some gameplay. And just, me walking around, because I was planning on sleeping and for it to be a little bit lighter when I woke up, and then I've been woken up by a nightmare, and now I'm up in the middle of the night and it's really dark and I can't see anything. That's kind of throwing all my plans off. And I don't know what to do. I think, just trying to remember from the things that I wanted to do that were on my list. So we've cleared out the police station. We know that there's some guns there. We went into town. We went to the bookshop. We haven't gone to the pharmacy, so maybe we can do that. Pick up some medical supplies. We could visit the school library to grab some more books that we might need. Like I said, I'm not going to use skill books. I think our skills are leveling up fast enough with the settings that I have. So I think it would be unfair to, to get an even bigger multiplier. Because the leveled up character and it is a little bit sort of more towards the end game. I feel like I have to work towards it. Not so much on the skills themselves, but definitely on things like fitness and strength. I also realized that we haven't really been down this car park to see if there's anything interesting we can loot, especially from these trucks. See if we can also find another survivor car. There seem to be some more keys laying around. Let's see. This is a key for what? A Chevy C10. Is that one here? Yes, it is. Noise. Good amount of gas. Okay. I'll save that for later. Anything interesting? No, nothing. Alright, let's keep scouting. Spiffos will have a Spiffos uniform, but I don't think that's particularly helpful. Anything else around here? That's locked. That's locked. I do like the horde cars. That's useful for disinfecting. We'll grab magazines later. But there's no key. Sometimes there's a key in here. Right. Boot is not locked. There is a tire, but you wouldn't be able to put that on because you'd also need the lug wrench and the jack. And potentially the tire pump as well. Can I do some... Yeah, I can. Let's do that and level up some skills. Let's undo the headlights. That gives us skill points as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be doing a lot of this off camera because, you don't want to watch me unscrewing and screwing in a light bulb in a car just because that, because the game mechanics give me XP when I do that. A lot of lighters today. If I remember correctly, I think there is a trait that is called Pyromaniac. But I could be wrong. Oh my god, just die. Also, I realize that sometimes my aim is terrible. What are you wearing? I thought there was something covering the face, but obviously not. I don't want the blue hard hat. How many zombies have we killed, by the way? I was wondering. 282 in 2 days, 18 hours. That's quite a feat. Obviously, this is not going to last. We're not going to be killing 100 zombies every day. At least in the short term. Once we sort of level up the basics, venture out, loot a couple of gun stores, and get the gunplay out, and then we start clearing out roads and paths and making the map a little bit more accessible, then we might venture into double digits per day. But at the moment it's... Is that another key? Yes, it is. How lucky for us. Right. Nothing interesting there. Toilet paper. That's for a different type of infection. How much fuel is there? Okay. Leave the key in there. This is what I normally do. Try and secure every single vehicle. If it's got wheels, I want it. Oh my god, so many keys. So many keys. I feel very fortunate. Ooh, and tuning parts, but we can't do anything with them until we are level 10. This will be good too for doing. How much? What's the capacity on that? 585, but that's with the trait that we have. The only issue that I have found with these vehicles, that also applies to one of the RVs. I don't remember if it applies to the other. I think it applies to both of them. But basically, vehicles on this size is that when you start loading them to, you know, even if you don't have the organized trait that allows you to basically make stack more things than, you know, what the normal limit is that the suspension kind of gives out and they squat, and when they squat they don't really go as fast, and then they don't drive as fast. And on the one hand, you would you would expect that to coincide with reality. Like if you load a car or a van to its fullest, you know, acceleration would be slower, and braking would be slower, and, you know, cornering would be more difficult to manage. But the way it's sort of implemented in the game, it's like the vehicle squats, and it's almost like the bottom of the box here, you know, starts rubbing up against the wheels, and that sort of forces it to slow down. And it just feels, it doesn't feel natural, and, you know, there's very little that you can do. You know, you'll just chug along at a very slow pace, which isn't really realistic, because even if you load a vehicle to, you know, what it's normally allowed to be loaded at, you know, you'd still expect it to, okay, accelerate slower, slow down slower, but you would still expect it to get up to speed. I mean, you know, I've traveled by car across Europe, hauling a lot of stuff, especially when I was a student, and most of my stuff was moving back and forth between the countries in the summer. And yeah, and I know what a heavy car feels like. I know what a heavy car with a heavy trailer feels like. You know, it's not as debilitating as you know this game makes it out to be. You know, and I'm complaining it again about realism, but my immersion, I really like this car. Right, you have a key. That's a lot of keys, but you have no fuel. What's in the boot? Nothing. What's in your boot? Nothing. Now with these ones I get a little bit confused because the implementation of trailers and sort of RVs is a little bit weird. So the RVs have a fridge and a kitchen and a TV and a radio, and they've got container shelves inside that you can stack stuff, you know, and that's all well and good. The trailers are a little bit weird. Some of them have an engine, which you can use to run stuff. Like this one says it's got an engine. And a television and a radio, and you can sort of use the engine to power these. So you can kind of leave the trailer running. Is there a heater? Yeah, there's a heater. So you can have sort of like a mobile base that's autonomous while it's sitting in the back of a car. But then there's... Can I get inside? No, I can't. But there's others where... and I think this one, when you go inside and you press on the V key, you get the option to lie down on a bed. You know, and that's good implementation. There's a couple more where it's just 4 seats, no amenities. So you're kind of thinking, well, so what is this trailer supposed to be? Am I just carrying, 4 extra people, just driving them around? And again, I'm still complaining. I'm really sorry. It's very difficult. So many keys. Okay, now at this point, I'm thinking I've done something wrong with how cars spawn. There's too many of them. Condition is too good. Most of them have keys. I mean, don't get me wrong. The the car hoarder in me is like, yay! But on the other hand, it's just I want some difficulty. I mean, when this is how I respond when games are like that. When I find certain mechanics easy, either because I made them that way or because the game happened to be that way. What I usually do is I then sort of invent a challenge just to keep things interesting. So one of the things that I was thinking now is, okay, if getting vehicles is so easy and therefore the access to a vehicle is no longer a barrier, what might be interesting for me is to have a massive collection where I try and amass one of every vehicle. And in some ways that would make me really, really happy. Just have like a whole parade all across the car park here. Yeah. So, I make more work for myself. But at the same time, it makes me happy. I don't know if you can relate to that. Because it keeps things a little bit more interesting. Right, I still don't know what I'm doing. Just walking around aimlessly. I tell you what, let's go visit all the car parks, see if there's anything. There's the bear bus we found. Where did we find that? We found that in the middle of town, didn't we? Actually, no, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a recording break. Do the daily chores, like run around the neighborhood, clear out any zombies that have wandered in. I'm going to read all the recipe books we found yesterday. Then I'm going to go level up mechanics and electrical. And then I'll be back. And then we can go grab the bear bus. And we can see what we can do with that. So I'm going to pause recording here. and I'll see you in a bit. And we're back. So, we've read all of the recipe books, which we may or may not keep. I've been installing and uninstalling car batteries, car radios in all the vehicles that I could find open. There were plenty of electronics in there in the shelves that we dismantled, and a few around in the houses over here. So we can now hotwire cars. The first thing I tried to hotwire obviously is this, but for some reason it doesn't start. I haven't checked as to why yet. I don't think the battery was... I had to break it into it, but... battery's got charge, but it's out of gas. Okay, that's why it doesn't start. So we can use this later. But now we can hotwire any car we like. So the first thing we're gonna do is actually... we're gonna have to leave a car behind, as it were. So we'll hotwire this one and go grab the bear bus. I don't remember if this has fuel or not, but we're going to be hotwiring everything pretty much from now on. Alright, let's go get the bear bus. We also killed a few zombies that were lingering over by the shop area. Keep the area clear. Once I get to slightly higher levels, one of the things that I like to do is grab something that has a siren and then move it to one of the corners of the area, sort of far away from my base, turn the siren on, attract everybody in that area, and then set them on fire, or kill them depending on how many they are. And that way I know that pretty much everyone within the sound range of the siren has been cleared. Everyone outdoors at least, and a few indoors, but primarily outdoors, which is important. Right, where was... I don't think the bear bus was in there. Somebody coming up behind. Okay. It was a little bit further than I thought. He reminds me of that NBA player with shaved head and big beard. Can't remember what his name is. Or if he still plays for that matter. He was definitely in NBA 2K16, which I think is the last version of the game that I had. Right, let's try and move this out of here. Can I exit the car, please? Hello? Hello? Exit? I'm pressing E. What's your problem? Why am I stuck? Well, you cannot exit moving vehicle. You don't seem to be exiting the vehicle at all. Hello? Am I doomed? Is this a bug? Please let me out. Game. Game. We need to have a talk, game. Alright. Can I open the window? Oh no, what car have I entered? I don't want to press the horn because I'll invite everybody and I can't get in. What's going on? Why? Is my character retaliating and refusing to get out? Yeah, I know you can't exit a moving vehicle, but you don't seem to be doing much of anything else. You're happy to lock the trunk. You don't want to lock the doors. You don't want to change seats. Okay. I'll have to be right back. Probably restart the game. Okay, restarting the game seems to have helped. We're actually able to get out of the car. I don't know what happened there. I've never seen this bug before. But hey, games have bugs. Right, so it's actually been a few hours between takes, even though it looks instant on video. But if I remember correctly, we were about to go hit a bear bus. Now, I'm a little bit hungry, so let's eat some ham. How's our weight doing? 64. So that's 4 kilos in 3 days, 4 hours. That can't be good. I'll take the game mechanics because hey, it suits me, but it can't be good. 4 kilos? Now maybe I shouldn't have gotten back into this car because maybe I'll get stuck again, but let's give it a go. I think we'll go this way. And here we are. Alright. I've also become highly aware of the fact that I double click a lot. I just did it again. And the reason why I'm double clicking when I'm trying to hit is probably because I miss time hitting them so much that I kind of get worried that I'm not gonna get it right the first time. So I just double click to make sure, even though I don't need to. And it also made me realize during the recording that A, the microphone quality is bad, and B, I need a mouse that doesn't that clicks without making such a loud noise. It's very difficult for me to find a mouse that suits my hand quite well. I don't have my hand is kind of weird. I have a big hand. I don't have very long fingers, but I've got a very big palm. So overall, my hand is quite big, and that makes it difficult to find a mouse and keyboard that I can use for extended periods of time and feel comfortable. So it's taken me a long time to find this mouse. I've had this mouse for a number of years now. And if it was to die, I'd probably try and find the same one to buy again, if it's still in production. But needless to say, the mouse has to be chunky. Otherwise, I have trouble controlling everything. I'm surprised there's so many zombies here. Might as well clear them out while we're here. I was starting to wonder why it takes so many hits. Now I realize that I've started to become exerted. Maybe I need to switch to Blaze in the short term until I get my fitness up, so I don't get so tired. Anything interesting on you guys? No. Let's put some of these watches on the floor, just in case I remember to come and dismantle them later. Right, let's hotwire this baby. Haha! The battle bus. Now we don't have the skills to do anything with it yet, and I don't know if you can find the upgrade parts for it in crates. I have found parts for the Jeep, like a snorkel and a roof rack, in crates in the past. Okay, I'm tired. I need to not engage in too many battles until my character's rested. And yeah, I'm already drowsy because obviously we didn't get a lot of sleep owing to that nightmare. Also, while we're here, now I might live to regret this because the physics might not have a good time with this, but okay, let's see if we can do anything with that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, we'll do it a different way. I just want to clear the road out, because otherwise I'm gonna... That doesn't look healthy. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to remember where every wreck is as I drive by, and eventually, by sheer probability alone, I will crash into this car. And if you believe in Sod's Law, or if Sod's Law is a thing, it will probably be at a time where either it's going to kill me, or it's going to disable my car while I'm being chased by zombies during a helicopter event, or some other situation where crashing into that car is going to spell doom. Oh my god, there's so many of you guys just lingering around. I shouldn't be jogging. We'll need to go home and have a sleep, although I don't want to have a sleep, because then I will wake up at another funny time and then I will just mess everything up. What I could do is I could force the sleep cycle to be better by looting the pharmacy and getting myself some sleeping pills. Right. Let's go and move that car. Let's use the bag so we don't damage the engine. It's a heavy car, we're not going to be able to... Tell you what, let's try something else. I assume this is rear-wheel drive. And I've had some success with doing this in the past. Let's have a look. I wish you could attach them from the side. Come on. Really? This isn't gonna work, is it? Well, we'll keep trying. Maybe I need a heavier vehicle. What will happen, based on what I'm seeing, or what I expect to happen, is that the vehicle will flip over and land on the vehicle that I'm towing it with. But I can live with that, because that will not cause damage to me. No, that's even worse. Volvo, I am disappointed. Seriously. Alright, let's park this here. Try once with a bus. Because it's got more weight. And then if that doesn't work, we'll just go home. Hey, at least all this back and forth meant that we've been primarily sitting down in a vehicle and we've gotten rid of our exertion. That really doesn't look healthy. Okay, just bear with me. One more attempt. Just one more attempt. I think in this game, the reverse gear applies the equivalent of more power. So we'll try that. And then if that doesn't work, if I remember correctly, there's a truck, a box truck at the gas station car park, and we can use that. That really doesn't look healthy. We can use that. Alright, here we go. There we go. That kind of worked. Yes, perfect. Wonderful. And yeah, before you ask, this does ruin my immersion, but you know, game mechanics. I'll take it. I feel like this doesn't really turn. Yeah, the turning is really unresponsive. Especially when turning... Okay. Now this is gonna be... problematic at some point. I'm gonna crash with this car. Well, with this bus. Right, this is gonna be our battle bus project. So we'll park it here. And then we'll grab another vehicle and go raid the pharmacy. Wonderful. It'd be interesting to see, if I remember correctly, you can put a big, like a V-shaped bull bar in front of this. I'd really like to try it out. Although I'm not sure what its durability is going to be. Right. Okay, this car will definitely leave running outside the pharmacy. I know the engine sound will attract zombies, but if it's gonna take 3 times to start it, I don't want to have to risk it. Especially as we're gonna be indoors. Yeah! That's not good for the tires. And if I remember correctly, one of them is at quite a low durability, which is one of the reasons why I didn't take it before. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit of fighting here. And I hope I'm not pressing my luck. Yeah, they're coming, they're coming. So I am going to be surrounded. So let's walk up the street a little bit, just to make sure that everybody, or most of them, are to our one side, so I don't get attacked from behind while I'm fighting them, because if I get attacked from behind, that's probably going to be the death of me. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. If push comes to shove, we have a couple of cars further up the road. We can run away. Still nobody coming. I'm gonna check again. Good. Come on, I want to hear some head squishing. Because otherwise we're just hitting the same ones over and over again. We're just gonna get exerted and they're still gonna be after us. Come on. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Can you imagine having to do this for your survival? You know, this person gets depressed if they have to stay indoors for too long. Okay. But I mean, this situation would make me depressed. You know, I'm sure there would be a point where I'd be like, okay, everyone around me, you know, is undead. And especially as I travel to, you know, other urban areas, you know, everyone around me is undead. I know we saw a survivor earlier which got promptly murdered by the zombies that we were kiting. You know, everyone's undead. I'll have to fight, you know, surviving without the basic utilities that will eventually run out, and without anybody, you know, because up to, you know, however old you imagine yourself to be when you find yourself in the situation, you know, other people, other industries have been responsible for producing food. You know, all of a sudden, your whole life gets turned around. You know, you have to produce your own food, mend your own clothes, basically take care of every single thing that, you know, had been taken care of by other people. Where did you appear from? Oh, for goodness sake. I just want some beta blockers and some sleeping pills. I'm not asking for a lot. And now you're making me worried, because there was a guy trying to get out of a door up there, and eventually they will get out and appear behind me and kill me. Right. I did switch to the hatchet, because I think we'll be able to hit a few more times before becoming completely exhausted. still okay. This is still manageable. And very ineffective, and I think we're in trouble. Still nobody coming. Please die. Please die, thank you. Just die. Die! Okay. Die. I'm sorry, I realized that I probably didn't say anything through most of this fight. It's just that I become so apprehensive because, you know, this is only day 3, but we've put in quite a bit of work and time, and you know, we're making plans, and I don't know, maybe I'm just being greedy and refusing to back out and change my plans means that I'm putting myself in unnecessary danger. I don't know. You buggers. Right, okay, we'll kite this guy, and then we'll sit down and take a rest. And then we'll just clear out those guys and retrieve our car. Okay. This is locked, but we unlocked this one. Now, hopefully I'm as invisible to them as they are to me. Does this make me invisible? I hope it does. I can hear a zombie, but I think it's... Why is my right click? There we go. Not working. Alright, let's rest for a bit. Come on. Go away. Alright, let's eat something that might help. And I think we only have... Where's our water bottle? There we go. But am I not thirsty after all this? Okay. Right. Come on. There we go. I hope that's only affecting our awareness. Okay. We had some chocolate, we rested up. Let's go and complete mission. Hey, look! You managed to get out. Right. I can still hear somebody banging on a door. Alright. This one here is gonna keep moving over to my side. It's like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Alright, I'll move to the middle. Are you gonna come straight for me? No, you'll just keep going to my side. Oh no, where did all these people come from? Okay, okay. This is more than we can handle at this moment in time. So, okay, thanks, bye. I'm gonna go home. I'll see you guys later. I need a rest. Now the truck is probably gonna run out of fuel because I've left it on. But That's okay. We can hotwire cars now, we're fine. I could kite them around with a car. Where did... I'm guessing because I rested and because the population is steadily increasing, this will keep happening for the next 2 months, which is very annoying. I could fight, I mean there's only 3, but I don't want to risk it. And also if I'm going to attract zombies, if there are any other zombies that can be attracted, I would rather attract them here. Because it's a less direct path to the where I'm going to be sleeping from here. So we made a bit of noise, we might attract some people. Let's leave the car here. Okay, there's nobody immediately here. Nobody immediately there. Let's go home and rest. And also drop off the books. Now the other place I want to go and loot is the VHS store, because there will be a lot of you know, cooking show and carcraft and all that jazz videos there, and we can raise our skills quite quickly. Tomorrow we're still doing okay for food, and even if we do run out of food inside the house and whatever we've sort of picked up here and there. Can I hear anybody? Can I see anybody? No, we're fine. Yeah, we can raise our skills and then we can start with some barricades and stuff like that. We can cut down trees, make logs and barricade the windows, start making floors, extending the base, because that will also give us XP for what our ultimate goal is, which is to make to be able to make a staircase, so we can start accessing the level above this. In the meantime, we also need to find a sledgehammer so we can demolish the roof and repurpose the sloped roof, and then repurpose that as our second floor, and eventually demolish the stairs out of that, so we can have a base that's only accessible by sheet rope, because as of yet zombies can't climb sheet ropes, so you can sort of isolate yourself. Right, let's give ourselves a nice wash. And I think while you're on the second floor, especially if you're hidden, and even if your base is surrounded by zombies, eventually they will wander away. So that means we definitely need to have enough supplies in the base so we can, you know, maybe go for 24 hours with food and water, or maybe even longer, so we can wait for them to wander away. Because one of the downsides of a sheet rope is, I think, if you show up at a window, they'll try and come below the window, thereby making the sheet rope the area that they will be standing around in when you try and come down. And I don't want to be jumping out of a window, because if you break something, if you break your leg, you know, or sprain your ankle or whatever, then you won't be able to run away, and we don't have vehicles in close enough proximity yet. Anyway, but that's all in the future. Let's wash our clothing. Minimize the chances of feeling bad. Let's get rid of all the... ooh. I need to stick those in the freezer. I picked those up from... I picked those up earlier today from the camper van that's out by the shops, and I made a mental note to leave them in the to put them in the freezer, but obviously we had the car bugging out, and we just got stuck in the car, and then I turned the game off and didn't restart it until a few hours later, so I completely forgot about those. Now it's 8 o'clock, we're very tired, but if we sleep now, we'll probably wake up around 2 a.m. again. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't want to wander around the neighborhood, because I may end up fighting somebody. And our awareness at the moment is reduced. Strangely enough, if you're tired, it doesn't say that your strength is reduced. But I'm guessing the mechanic is what it is. But yeah, I don't want to put myself at risk. Not yet. How are our skills doing, by the way? So we've gone to fitness level 1, making some progress to level 2. Light-footed and sneaking, that's gone up quite severely, which I'm happy and unhappy about, because in 3 days, how long have I been alive now? 3.5 days. Well, since the apocalypse, but you wouldn't become this proficient in 3.5 days. And how many zombies have we killed? Yeah, we're still well on the way for 100 zombies a day. That sounds exhausting, especially when you're doing it with a baseball bat. Oh, speaking of which, I need to remember where I put the baseball bats that I looted. And I hope they're not in that white truck I left over there. I think they're in the Land Rover. Because we'll need to carry around a replacement for that. Anyway, lie down and sleep. And hopefully we won't get disturbed or have another nightmare like we did before. So I expect we'll probably be waking up around maybe 2 a.m. Yeah. That's one of the side effects of wakeful, where you don't need a lot of sleep. Sometimes it works to our advantage, sometimes not. Alright, let's eat the whole thing. Let's stick all of those things in there. Let's grab ourselves a replacement baseball bat. Can I hear a zombie? No. Alright, let's equip the baseball bat. This is why I like clearing out the area, because it makes it less likely that you'll be immediately surrounded when you get out. I think we need to eat some more. Okay. How are you doing, Charlie? How are you feeling today? I don't know if I finished the thought that I was having before. This is something else that happens to me. I get distracted and then I talk about 7 different things, but not necessarily finish the thoughts on all 7. So yeah, if I found myself in this situation, I think I would be... I don't think I would be able to keep myself upbeat for very long. I mean, I'd probably do what I do in this game, where I'd be like, okay, I'll just set myself a series of goals and try and achieve them, and keep that reward mechanism, the endorphin reward mechanism inside the brain going, like, oh, today I'm gonna do this, and then when you achieve it, you get no, it's not endorphin, it's dopamine. You get a dopamine reward, and then kind of like how games give you achievements, or small tasks to achieve, and then whenever you achieve them, you feel good, and then you keep playing the game. And I'd probably do that, but I don't know how long I'd be able to keep that going, you know. Because I'd be thinking, okay, I I'll pick myself up. I mean, I think you can summarize it in despair. I'd keep myself going, and then I'd be thinking, okay, but what's the point? Um, survive for what? I'm not going to be able to procreate, sort of fulfill my biological need to keep my species going because everybody around me is of a different species, as it were. So I guess I don't know. I guess what would keep me going is the thought that there might be someone else, and I might, find other humans who are in a situation similar to mine. Right. And with that sort of semi-hopeful, semi-depressing thought concluded. Oh, actually, yeah, I'd like to read those. Gimme. Now, I have a crowbar. There we go. I'll take one of these. Because we're gonna break the one we're holding fairly soon. Right. Let's go to battle. Did my... Okay. The feeling of not being hungry or being full does tend to go away very quickly. I mean, granted, I did just eat a chocolate, which wasn't, calorifically is fine, but it's not going to give you the sensation of being well fed. But the same thing also happens when you have, chunkier stuff like meat, like the ham that I was eating before. Hello, miss. Goodbye, miss. Right. Anybody lingering in here? Another thing that ruins my immersion in this game. Sometimes my mouth doesn't feel connected to my brain. It just does its own thing as my brain tries to utter words. Anyway, another thing that sort of ruins my immersion is that while it's very dark, and I know we have cat's eyes, but it's very dark at the moment. But we'll have no issues reading in total darkness. It'd be interesting if I don't know if there's a mechanic in the game that measures the light levels, but it'd be interesting to have a mechanic where if you consistently read in low light conditions, you give yourself, some sort of nearsightedness or farsightedness or something. There is an effect on your vision. But I'm guessing if there's nothing to warn you of that, that mechanic would make the game more difficult for a lot of people. Because I know that in most playthroughs it makes sense to have a low global skill multiplier and to then raise that skill multiplier by reading the skill books. So that would sort of punish people who did that and would frustrate quite a few players. But still. Good. Eventually what I would like to do is, after we find some scissors, create a whole bunch of leather strips and then find a couple of outfits that have good protection on them from scratches and bites and then preemptively put a whole bunch of patches on them, just to, because I think the patch will get destroyed before you put a hole in the fabric, but I'm not entirely sure. Right, let's grab another, because we don't know how long we're going to be out there. And now let's return to the scene of our, I don't want to say defeat, but to the, I shouldn't be running, to the battle we ran away from. Now, some of them will have moved around, but I'm fairly certain that the engine sound is going to attract them. And also it's been a few hours, so we'll have a few more that have spawned in. What do you know? I wonder, are these ones that have spawned in, or are they the ones that I was trying to fight before, that have wandered all the way up to here because they were following the noise of the car? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, I can't wait to level this up a little bit more. Because it's boom, 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 boom. I mean, not that it's far off from that now, but you just get a whole line of, hey, look what I did today. In my other playthrough, when I was trying to make my way to Louisville, when you get close to the army encampment, there were quite a few of them there, and so I fired off a shotgun round, lured them into a specific area, and then started kiting them over and over and over and over again. But because I was on the, in the interstate or the motorway, I didn't want to leave them littered all over, because then when I tried to drive back and forth, I would just keep driving over the bodies, affecting the condition of my tires. So I was following the same line, so I would sort of walk, I would pick a line, and I would just walk over that line over and over again as I lured more and more, so they just kept piling up in a line. So just, imagine a line like this, but, with 200 zombies. And then as I was walking backwards over the zombies, I was thinking, that's not how that would work. You wouldn't be able to walk over a sea of bodies backwards, or even forwards. And neither would the zombies, Everybody would be tripping all over themselves all the time. But as I said, I complain about my immersion, but at the same time I can't change the game mechanics unless I put my money where my mouth is, as it were, and develop my own game. If you don't like this, go make something and shut up. The 15.49 that I paid for the privilege of playing this game does not entitle me to expect that the game will be tailored to my tastes. I think it's that window that just broke. Whoop. I like multi-hit. Perfect. 2 for 1. Buy one, get one free. Alright, this is about to die, so we need to keep that in mind. I'm hoping I'll be able to take out both of these before it does. But the destruction of it seems to be a little bit RNG. So you may be hitting, 20 times before condition goes down, or you may hit once and then you hit 2 more times and then you get 2 conditions. 2 conditions? That's not proper English. Yeah, it goes down twice. The condition of it goes down twice in a short amount of hits. Okay, so it was those guys who wandered up the street. Right, this is Knox Bank. I think this is pretty much the end of the shopping area. So if we clear those guys out, I think it will be safe, because what I don't want to do is enter the pharmacy and then get inundated by zombies we have previously attracted. That enter the store after us. Something strange. Do you get copyright strikes if you sing copyrighted songs? Oh, it died. I forgot about that. Gimme, where is it? Right, here you go, have that. I could repair that, but we'd have to get our metalworking skills up quite high. Because the thing is, repairing gives diminishing... Oh, he's got a bulletproof vest, I want that. Oh, and she's got a baton, so you... So I'm gonna kill you here. Well, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try and kill you separately. Oh, that didn't work. Down. Right. There's a bulletproof vest there, and I want that. Okay, there'll be 2 of them. Good. That will be useful. Is that the guy? Yeah, that's the guy. Where's your... Right. Good. Okay. I was gonna say, why are you still panicked? You killed everybody. $66 kilos. That's 6 kilos in 4 days. That... Anyway, I'll take it. Definitely not healthy. Do you still have fuel in you? Okay, yeah, not too bad. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll switch this car off and leave it here for emergencies. Okay, there's 3 down there, but I don't think I will attract them going into the pharmacy. There's another guy there. That's the other thing. There's the trees here. Wow. Thank you. You just made my point for me. I really appreciate you, and I'm really sorry that I have to do this. there's a lot of trees, and even though you can't see the zombies, you will still attract them. So I walk down the street thinking that it's fairly clear, but here are 5 more. So yeah. Okay, we need a drink and we need a rest. We'll eat the chocolate anyway, because we're still trying to fatten up. And that didn't add anything. I thought it would give us at least a green. Let's drink something. Okay. Now. I did attract you, didn't I? You're coming to me. Yeah. I just want some medicine. Stop harassing me. Now, where did that guy go? He jumped in through a window. I can hear someone. Okay, he came out. Okay. I think that's gonna be my thing, isn't it? That I'm gonna say okay every time I'm able to refocus on actually talking, because I get so engrossed by the possibility of dying whenever I fight them that I find it very difficult to keep talking. Right. Is there anybody that's been lingering in here, pretending not to hear all the mess that's been going on outside? Back door's broken. Now there is a... I can hear someone. There is a more secure door here, but the loot inside doesn't tend to be... There we go, this will be useful. You know what, I'll just loot everything. I knew it. What shall I do? Right, let's take a quick step outside, just to verify there aren't 50 of them lingering around. Ah, yes there are, see? And that noise would have attracted them, and then all the 50 zombies would be like, hey, you're in the shop. Let us help you pick out whatever it is. Okay. Why don't you stay over there while I very quickly loot? Yeah, just take everything. I think that will be enough. Okay, that's enough. I would like to get some, although my level isn't high enough yet, some material to be able to stitch myself up if I get a deep wound or laceration. But at the moment I think we're okay. And also with so many zombies out back, it's too much of a risk. Right, so thick fog. Can't see where I'm going. But that shouldn't be sufficient to stop us. I hate driving over zombies because it's just an unnecessary wear and tear of tires. Did that hit the mailbox without doing any damage to myself or the mailbox? I'll take it. Alright, let's go and dump the medical stash. Right, let's take these. No, I don't want to do that actually, because this has got limited capacity, so we'll dump all the medical stuff and then we'll selectively take some stuff. That's far too many antidepressants. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll grab that as well. Okay, so that will be our medical cabinet for now. This house is very challenging for storing stuff because obviously it's small, but location. I think this is the best location. Although I was watching some, I can't remember who it was. Okay, let's try that again. Reset the mouth. Okay, so the somebody was setting up was doing I think a 30-day fully night challenge. So 30 in-game days, but the sun never comes up, or at least it's never light for whatever reason. I didn't watch the start of the video, so I don't know what the premise of the scenario is. You know, is the cloud cover? You know, is it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they set up a base in the shop up in that direction. Which, you know, granted gives you more storage space and stuff, but it also means there's a lot more to board up in order to barricade it, whereas here you need 4 planks for this window, 4 planks for the other window, 1 plank for this window, because you'll need an escape route, and that's it. So you can get away with 9 planks. Speaking of which, do I have, when I looted, did I get more axes when I looted the store? Because I'd like to chop down some trees and start barricading. Hello? There we go. We need one of those. Did I not get any more axes? Did I not find axes to take? Did I find axes and store them somewhere? Okay, that's going to be a problem, because this hand axe isn't going to be sufficient. So we'll need to go for another run. That's annoying. Didn't put them in here, did I? No, because I took the Land Rover. Alright. I think what we'll do now, since we don't have the necessary tools, Well, I mean, we do have the tool, but it will break, and then I don't want to. I want to use that for defense at the moment. So what we'll do, I don't know if I want to, what am I carrying? Got 14 kilos of stuff. What can I get rid of? Oh, the clothing definitely, and I don't need 3 water bottles. Or 4 rather. Alright, let's go dump some stuff. And let's go do a VHS run. And update some of our skills. I'm just wondering, where shall I put all of this stuff? I'll stick it in the car. That'll do for now. Actually, let's wear one of those. Go inside and wash it so it's not bloody. Dump those. We're not gonna need all of this food. Let's grab all of this stuff. That's 8 kilos. Do I need... Let's equip the nightstick. Hammer, screwdriver, wrench. Yeah, that's alright. I think that we'll be able to... Shall I take the vehicle? I'll just take the vehicle. We'll grab the VHS tapes. Because we'll be able to raise our skills very quickly that way. Right, come this way. I hope it didn't bite off more than I can chew. I mean, I could use a car just to kill everybody. Save myself the risk, but I want to raise the long blunt skill. Oh, I would love to go into town, beep a few times, or get a siren wailing, and use a pipe bomb or a Molotov. Okay, that really didn't attract them, so I can take them out into batches. The reason why I'm walking up and down is because I'm worried that there's somebody there, so when I start baseball batting them, I'll get jumped from behind, which is a death sentence. Because I'm not nimble enough yet to get myself out of it if that happens. Okay, that's one group dealt with. Let's go get the other ones. and then we'll raid the video store. I thought there were more over here. What happened to them? Did I attract all of them? I hate the fact that I know that he's right behind me, but it's not showing up on the screen. There we go, there they are. Ooh, more cops. Anybody following me? I can't really see anybody. Right. Okay, you I'd like to isolate so I can look at you. Right. There you go. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Shotgun. M9. And a double holster. Yes, please. Can you stop panicking, please? You killed everybody. And it's not like you're new at this. What's your count now? 430. Seriously, Charlie. I don't want to stuff you full of beta blockers. Alright, let's dump the shotgun and the M9. Let's wear that actually. Look at that. You go from a measly noob to having a baseball bat, a nightstick, a hand axe, and 2 guns. That's quite a transformation, but I guess it would be a necessary one if you were in the apocalypse. I don't have this equipped on the belt anymore, so let's stick that there. Okay. There's nobody in there. Everything has been happening right behind you. There's a car engine sounding right behind you. What are you trying to go in there for? Oh, because somebody else is making noise indoors. Okay. Who's making noise? Oh, I think I know what's happened. Somebody's come. There you go. I'm pretty certain I came into this kitchen before and oh, this is how they spawn. Okay. You have to forgive me. This is the first playthrough where... Because normally I have respawns turned off. Because I don't think respawns are realistic. Okay, I'm losing my... This is a bug. I normally have respawns turned off because I don't think it's realistic. It's like, you know, whatever the zombie population is, you can accept, you know, more people being infected, you know, anyone who's been trying to survive losing the battle and being infected and sort of contributing to the growing population. But I mean, okay, never mind. You can argue that it was a survivor who entered the kitchen trying to find stuff and they turned while they were in there. But yeah, once I clear out an indoor area, I don't expect to find anybody before. Okay, anybody again. You know, it's like, okay, it's all clear, it's done. So I'll have to be wary of that. Does that mean they can also spawn in my house? I'm glad I picked a small house then. Right, so how we're gonna do this? We are going to just loot everything and then get rid of duplicates as we go along. The advantage of VHS tapes is that they're not very heavy, so they don't take a long time to either grab off the shelves or to unpack. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I just want to minimize my time in here. Especially when it's foggy like this. And I know that there'll be, 6 copies of one tape by the time I'm done. But getting rid of duplicates is easy, and you can do it at a more leisurely pace somewhere else. What I'm thinking is I'm going to go to the back office where there are more videotapes, and then I can get rid of duplicates in there. Hello? Sometimes the selection of container works and sometimes it doesn't when you click on it. Okay, that's everything from here. Ooh, that's useful. Let's put that there. I always like having an extinguisher around, ever since I managed to set my house on fire. Now there might be somebody behind the door. I can't hear anybody, but I do have the car engine that's also affecting the noise. Okay, it's quiet. Let's close the door so nobody jumps us. And I think there are some... Oh, cursor, why are you disappearing? Okay. Right. And... Okay, let's get rid of duplicates. So now, yeah, I have 8. I don't think I'm able to watch any of these. I don't remember if I've tried, but I don't think they're watchable. Alright, I'm gonna skip this part because nobody wants to watch me going through and doing inventory management, and I'll be back. Okay, so that's all the duplicates. It's really, yeah, strange. I mean, there were 5 copies of this particular episode in the store. I mean, I'm guessing that's just the effect of randomization, but whatever. We didn't seem to get all of the car zone, just the one. I was hoping for a better exposure survival, so that'll give us bait trapping and water collection, but I was hoping for a bit more with foraging and stuff like that. And we got 4 tapes of the cook show, and woodcraft I think we got 5 tapes, so that's good. We'll be able to raise carpentry quite well, and we have the most important thing, which is stairs, because that's what we're aiming for. So let's head back home, drop these off. Most of the fog seems to have cleared. And let's go home. I still have one car that I can pick up that I have the keys to. That black pickup truck that Toyota that we found the keys to in the shop. I told you I'm a car hoarder. Right. This is my neighborhood. It's invitation only. Those dead bodies around here should be helping you understand this, but apparently not. I remember there was somebody trapped in there behind a barricaded door. Did they manage to get out? No, they're still in there. Oh, did you give up? Huh. Is there only one? Is the door still barricaded? There you are. No, 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 no. 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 We have tweezers. Let's grab more of these and that, so we can wash ourselves. Okay. So let me get this straight. You... Okay, sorry, I've never seen this before. I wonder what episode is coming up. Woodcraft. If it's a thing we already have, then I'm gonna skip it. Advanced carpentry. Let me guess, it's gonna be stairs. Oh no, it's a bed. Okay, I don't think we have that. Let's check. Do we have the bed? No, we don't have the bed. Okay, so we'll watch that. I'm guessing he will learn the recipe for that. Well, that was serendipitous. So as I was about to say to the to that zombie, it was a barricaded door from the inside. They were barricaded in the bathroom. Then they got zombified. Then the zombie was trying to break out the door since maybe a couple of days ago when we aggroed them. They broke through the barricade, but then they gave up. Okay. Ooh, that was a gunshot. Okay. That was a gunshot. I think it came from that direction, but I don't know. Hello. You heard that too? Do you want to go investigate? Shall we go investigate? No? No? You just want to eat me? Okay, fine. I heard that eating iron is good for you, but I'm guessing in your case it wasn't. But hey, at least I make myself laugh. Also, yeah, dad jokes. Because hey, I am a dad, so I have a legitimate excuse. And if I didn't have, even if I didn't have children, I'd say I'd be practicing for when I do. That's interesting. Okay, now there. Now that's. They look like police officers, but I could be wrong. those t-shirts have like the badge that's supposed to be the officer uniform? But anyway, it doesn't matter. Welcome to playing games when you're on the spectrum. When you start becoming upset for the randomest things. Okay. How's the rest of the neighborhood? See, this is going to be our daily occurrence. Walking around the general perimeter, trying to clear out anybody who's kind of wandered in, just to keep our neighborhood safe and make sure that we don't get any rude awakenings. Because my primary concern is that there will be one day we'll end up going to bed when we are exhausted, and then we'll get interrupted before we have the chance to actually like properly rest and not be tired. So we wake up, we'll have like 3 negative moodlets, you know, we'll be hungry, tired. Oh, that's a lot of them. Alright, let's sit down and eat something. We'll be hungry, tired, potentially thirsty, and there will be, you know, maybe a group this size to fight, and even such a, you know, relatively manageable group becomes unmanageable because you just hit them and nothing happens and you're not able to run away fast enough, and yeah. So no thanks. I don't want to be in that position. I swear I heard a zombie. Right, let's eat. Right, let's put that in there. We have enough space for it. Let's eat the beef jerky. Yeah, we'll eat all of it. We still need to put on weight. 67 kilos. That's 7 kilos in 4 days. I'm sorry, it's just very difficult for me. 7 kilos in 4 days. I mean, it's probably doable in real life, but it wouldn't be 7 kilos of things that would be healthy for you. You know, it would be either water retention or just, you know, fat, or, you know, short-term fat, or it just doesn't sound good. But apparently, you know, in this game it's enough. You just put on the weight and you lose. I think when we cross over to 70, or maybe it's already happened. Let me just double check. We're not being harassed. Also, I really like this. I find this so funny. I mean, surely for being able to do this, you'd be able to survive the apocalypse. Okay. Right. Apologies. So, yeah, we're no longer very underweight. We're just underweight. And then I think once we cross 75 kilos, that will completely go away, and then we'll only be left with unfit. But I think once we get to, I think maybe level, I don't remember if it's level 4 or level 5, then we get rid of that as well, and then we'll end up with a assuming we live that long. But then we end up with a character that only has positive traits, because we did away with the negative ones. Oh shit, I attracted the leader, didn't I? Ah, okay, well. Okay, music, you can relax. Smooth transition. A duffel bag with a pencil in it. Really. Well, who am I to argue? Okay. I think the general vicinity of the neighborhood is fairly clear. We've sort of covered the... We don't really go to the south because that's a forest, and even if I did want to clear the forest, because of the lack of visibility, I'd be putting myself in a lot of danger. And I'd rather not do that. So generally we are vulnerable from the south. But at the same time, because we're right next to the edge of the map, most of the events, you know, the helicopter wouldn't linger towards the north too much. Most of the events would be happening towards the west, the east, or the south. So they would be attracting zombies away from our base rather than towards our base. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'm a little bit less concerned about dangers from the south. But these guys here, yeah, I'll be doing this daily. Just eventually, what I would like to do is get something with a siren, position the siren sort of somewhere here, and maybe somewhere here once the town is... I've cleared out a little bit more of the town. So position the siren here, get it, attract some zombies and use a Molotov and, you know, kill whoever shows up, and that means that the west of our base will be fairly clear of zombies, so it'll make it less likely for some of them to come in. And then we'll do that on this side, and then we'll do that on this side as well. Which means that for the most part we'll be fine. We won't have to worry. We can do some farming. We won't have to worry about our farms getting trampled, or we won't have to expend a lot of resources sort of fencing off the farms to make it less likely for zombies to trample them. And what I would like to do is also sorry, I got distracted there. Get a survivor to join my group, because then you can assign them to farming. I've lost my cursor again. Assign them to farming, and they take care of the watering of the plants. The only thing I don't like about how that mechanic works is, and if anyone watches the video and knows and is inclined to put anything in the comments, I don't know what I'm doing wrong in terms of how they deposit food. What seems to happen is every time they harvest the farm, they put everything they harvest into my inventory. If I'm around, and if I'm not, they drop other stuff that's in their inventory just to carry the food around. They don't drop it off. I've assigned a food storage area, just like I've assigned an area for. I mean, I haven't done it here yet, but I've assigned a food storage area, a wood storage area, and they will happily go and dump all the wood in the area that I've assigned, but they won't do that with the food. They'll just dump everything into my inventory, and you know, I'll be walking around doing stuff in my base, and all of a sudden I'll see that I'm over encumbered, and I'll look in my inventory, and all of a sudden I have, you know, 14 onions and 27 potatoes. I mean, on the one hand, I don't mind, because the survivors won't put them in the freezer anyway. I'll have to do that manually. But at the same time, it's very inconvenient for a number of reasons. And also, it's because they go harvest, it means that I don't get the XP from harvesting. So it's almost kind of like a daily race where, and they don't sleep either, which doesn't help. They should be going to sleep, but they don't. Which is useful or not useful at the same time, because you assign somebody to be guarding, and you know that they're guarding 24/7. But at the same time, they suck at combat, so it's kind of, it's imperfect. And they suck at combat even if you give them a gun with a silencer. Right. Now we haven't really looted this, but even though I like the idea of having alcohol around, at the same time, whenever you consume alcohol, it makes you very tired very quickly. I don't know if alcohol has that effect on other people. I mean, it certainly doesn't make me feel tired. Just having a little bit of, a glass of wine or a pint of beer, it doesn't make me feel like I want to collapse and fall asleep afterwards. But in this game, it does. You just feel drowsy, and then you get tired, and then you become ridiculously tired, and it's like, that's not how alcohol works. Or at least, because it doesn't work like that for everybody, then just, give us some traits so we can at least differentiate how alcohol affects us. And actually, I haven't delved into the mods that add additional traits, so I don't know if that already exists. And again, I'm complaining, and again, my immersion and blah blah blah. But I have those thoughts, and I'm sharing those thoughts. That's what goes through my mind whenever I play a game, and it also forms part of the motivation I have to mod the game, or to see if there are. When I say for me to mod the game, that's a big fat lie, because I wouldn't be able to code to save my life. But make use of other people's generous work that's offered for free. I've never been able to. Well, actually, that's not true. I haven't. It's generally difficult to, or not always straightforward to contact developers of mods just to say a big thank you. But one of the things that I love about PC gaming and about the community in general is that mods are free. People create mods and offer them for free, and I'm grateful for that. I think the biggest enjoyment I got out of modding a game was, just trying to remember, I think back when GTA Vice City was released, where obviously, because as I've said before, I am a car fan. I love cars. I hoard them in any game that gives me the opportunity to do so. And this game is no exception. So I was going for all the car mods that were available for GTA Vice City, and there were a lot of them. Lots of models, and I think I found the car that I had at the time, which was a boxy style Jeep Cherokee, sort of from the mid-90s sort of era, kind of this era, and that car actually is in this game as well. But I found it, and it had the way it was modeled into the game, it had a little bit of lift kit, so it was more capable off-road. And I just remember when I first added the car via the modding, I think just copying files over. I can't remember how I was doing it at the time, but it wasn't like it is now, where the game offers you the ability to mod, and you had to mess with files, and you had to change things here and there. You had to download tools that helped you open game files, and it wasn't straightforward, but I had the time to do it then, you know, and I had the patience to do it. But I remember, so once I got it installed and it spawned in the game for the first time, and I drove it, I was just so happy. I was so happy. I remember the feeling to this day, and that was what, 20 years ago now. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it was a very long time ago, and the ability to do that, the fact that the world became a little bit more personal to me in a game that I was already enjoying was just it just gave me an unbeatable feeling. I'm gonna kill myself here because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I'm sweaty. There's about 20 zombies there. I'm attracting more of them. I am gonna kill myself. I don't have a vehicle close by. Should I make a strategic escape here? On the one hand I want to, on the other hand I don't want to. I just want to clear them out and be done with it before the horde size grows any bigger as more of them spawn in over the coming days. There you go. Right, we'll take them on. Let's just give ourselves a little bit of a break. Right, we need water. And let's eat these. When you have the green woodlet, it seems to do all sorts of positive things for healing and everything else. So, yeah, I mean, I know we're not injured, but right, let's have a seat. There you go. Take a break, Charlie. How are you feeling? I'm on another level, man. I've transcended to another plane, man. I'm channeling my inner lighthouse, man. I'm lighting up the neighborhood, man. Guiding in all the lost souls, looking for redemption. Every time I take a sort of a pause while talking, it's probably because my brain is going into overdrive with sort of exploring possibilities. So the reason I stopped talking there is because I was thinking I would really like to go on down this tangent of saying stupid things that will make me laugh, and hopefully the one other person who's going to watch this video as well laugh. Because anybody who's watched the video as far as we are now, to this length, obviously, whatever I say, whatever I think, or the way I do things kind of will resonate with them, hopefully. Or maybe they just skip to this part. But so on the one hand, I was thinking, I would like to continue and just, goof around a little bit and have a little bit of fun with it. And then the other side of my brain was like, yeah, but nobody wants to watch that. And also, you'll just put your foot in your mouth and say something stupid and just, stop it. And then that was sort of that internal conflict. And while that internal conflict was going on, any brain power available for communicating what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna play or what other thoughts I have just completely diminished, and all that was visible on the outside or audible on the outside in this particular case is silence. But yeah, overthinking It's probably my middle name. Yeah. Okay. Right. You are not welcome. We are going through these baseball bats quite quickly, but it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Maybe I should pick a wooden one for my next, so I can raise the skill. But I prefer the metal ones because at least the first time you repair it with if your metalworking skill is high enough, but you use the propane torch, and I think the first repair is like 100%, or something which is quite high. So you get more uses out of it. And I think if you're feeling brave enough, I think you repair it twice to get it to 100%. But then there's like diminishing returns every time. Every subsequent repair is less effective until it's just not effective at all. But at least you can get two full or maybe three or two and a half, uh, let's say, cycles of durability, of full durability. I know that's a contradiction in terms because two and a half is half is not full, but I think you know what I mean. And I think that's generally good value for money. Alright, I think that we can call the east side of the neighborhood clear. Can I move these cars out of here while I'm here? And I'm not going to be able to move that because that's dented, so it's not going to drive. But if I can get this started, then I can use that to pull that. Right, no key, but we can now do this. Two fails. Can you imagine trying to hotwire a vehicle while trying to escape? Yeah. Sometimes this fail cycle, I think I was trying to hotwire a cop car once. I mean, I had nobody chasing me, but it took like 11 attempts. So yeah, if you want to use a vehicle to escape, don't. If you got zombies bearing down on you, don't rely on hot wiring. Any gas in it? Yeah, there's 10. I mean, the condition's pretty bad, but it's going to be enough to do what we want to do. And then we'll leave that around as another emergency vehicle. The other thing I do in this game, I don't know if you can call it that, I have a system where if a vehicle can be used to be driven away, I'm going to park it parallel in some fashion, either facing one direction or the other. And usually if I have to break into it and break one of the windows, I'll usually leave that side visible, so I remember that the window on it is broken, or I'll be able to notice that the window on it is broken, without having to look at the condition. And then if the car is unusable, like it is here, then I'm going to park it sideways, not parallel. And that way I know that if I see a car that is parallel, that it's there, I can use it, and if it's sideways, then I can't. Now, is there anything interesting in the trunk? No, because the trunk is locked. Why is the trunk locked? I mean, we're not going to be able to unlock this car in any way, shape or form, because we're not going to be able to get in here, for whatever reason. And I don't think there is a way to unlock this car. So, anyway. I wonder what will happen. Are they far enough away? I think they are. I've never tried this before, so bear with me. if I smash the rear... Do I have? Yeah, that's equipped. So if I smash it, am I able to then open it? Why am... Well, okay, fine. So the trunk of this car is unusable. Right. So that's hot wired. It should start after a couple of attempts. Right, let's hook it up. No, that's not what I want to... okay. Let's deal with this person and then hook it up. Right. Let's face in this direction. There we go. Alright, let's get you out of here. So that's one wreck cleared. Is there anything good in the boot of this car? Nope. So this car will be perfect if we are stranded and we just need to get from A to B. And let's grab this out of here as well. Okay, what that noise usually is when a zombie surprises you, but when you install, when you got the survivors going, that noise will also play when they startle a survivor that's nearby. So what seems to be happening is we've moved some zombies around to the point where they've encountered a survivor. Yep, and that survivor is now being chased. I don't know if we'll be able to save them, because if they get bitten, and that's the other thing, if they do get bitten, sometimes it takes a while for them to turn. So you might do a medical check on them, they'll have no wounds, and then one day they'll be a zombie. So, sorry, my mind just wandered. What I was thinking is about survivors and the mechanics and how they work, and again, I was gonna rant about my immersion and things that are not realistic, but survivors are a mod. So whoever's done the mod, they've done a good job, and I shouldn't be complaining. The thing about, and this is more down to the mechanics, and I know that in my case it applies to survivors because I just play solo because I like to mod the game and do stuff like that. But one of the things that I sort of have a complaint about is when I cook a big pot of food, I haven't, and this could be down to my own incompetence, I haven't yet found a way to then portion that off in like bowls or whatever. Instead, the only option I have is to like eat a quarter of the pot every time, and sometimes that's just too much. It's like what is it, plus 20 or 29 or however uh, nutritious the food is. It's just an excessive amount to eat a quarter of a pot of food because of the size of the meal that you've created. But I don't have the ability to like eat just as much as I want. Like take 1/5 out, or take 1/6 out, or take 10% out, or whatever. Um, because then that means you can make a huge, just like in again my immersion and reality and real life and blah blah blah. But it's like my mind can't escape the rules and regulations of what reality looks like. I mean, if you're cooking for you and your survivors, or you and your family, or you and whatever, you and other people, you have the ability to give somebody a small portion if they want it. Or you have the ability to divide the food into, 2, 3, 7, 20 plates, however, many you want. But you can't do that here. Not for yourself, not for others. Anyway, it's, yeah. Right. We need to clear you out as well. Might as well just do that. And I think that'll be the last group I take on, because it's, yeah, we're getting tired. I'm probably gonna wait around midnight to sleep by doing other things in the meantime, and I may edit some parts of the video out just to make it a little bit more concise, because I know that there's very little gameplay that's happened in the past few minutes. It's just primarily me talking. And again, I'm getting distracted because I'm thinking about what I've been talking about and what impact that has on others, and also trying to concentrate not to die. Right, who's banging and where are they banging? It's you in here, aren't you? No, it's you in there. Do we have a window where we can look in? Because I don't want to open the door and have 6 of them come out. Or if there are 6, at least I want to be prepared for that. No, there's no windows there. No. Alright, here goes nothing. Okay, I'm gonna let you out in 3, 2, 1, out you go. Is that a naked lady? I remember somebody once saying, if you have somebody in a house that's naked, whether it's a lady, no, she's wearing underwear, but or swimwear. But if one of them comes out and they're naked, or if somebody comes out and they're naked, chances, oh, I didn't want to have to fight them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Chances are there's at least one more. Alluding to the to adult fun that was being had while one of them turned, which is a very disturbing set of events if you think about it for more than 5 seconds. Right, we're tired, we're sweaty, we're hot. Right, let me guess, no way to the trailer. Oh, okay, good. I'm surprised, given the poor condition of the engine of this car, I'm surprised it didn't turn itself off, as they tend to do. Right. Come. You can live under here. Did I trap you under there? No, I didn't. Well, I don't know if this fate is better or worse, but so it shall be. Right, let's disconnect that. Park this up. I'm gonna park this on the driveway. One of the things that happens in this game is as the world erodes, you know, you eventually get trees spawning, and while I haven't had it happen yet, I'm sure there will be a case where a tree grows in the same tile or in one of the tiles that this car occupies, and I don't know what will happen if, you know, if you then try and move the car. Maybe it will sort of glitch itself out, or maybe it will get stuck, or maybe it will get destroyed, or maybe it will fling itself, causing you to die. I don't know. But at the same time, I don't want to leave them on the road, because I will crash into them. Because that's the other thing. I mean, I know you can sort of see fairly far if you go like this, but this is generally a bad idea to do while you're driving. And I know it's the isometric constraint, but, you know, I hate the fact that you should be able to at least zoom out of the map a little bit more when you're driving. Hello, Amanda. Let's see. Would you like to join our group? Oh, you've made yourself a base. Hi, Amanda. Okay. Let's entice you with something. Looks like you've been busy killing zombies, so you have some level of competence. Your own base is locked? How does that make any sense? Right. Have some food. Oh, you're stuck in a loop now, aren't you? Can I get you out of that loop? No, actually I don't want to offer you peanut butter. I'll offer you some chips. Do you need some help with that door? Oh, you're stuck in a loop, aren't you? Well, bugs will be bugs. Can I call over? Okay, she's stuck in a loop. I know how to get you unstuck, but this is your base, and the only way of getting you unstuck, because I don't have any cheats enabled or any mods. I've disabled all the cheat mods. I would normally be able to use a mod to unlock the door. Actually, let me see. Can I go around the other side and sort of let you in from somewhere else? Or have you barricaded everything? That looks barricaded. That looks barricaded. You've done a good job. I don't know how you managed to lock yourself out. Although I've had this happen to me as well. Sometimes after when you restart the game. Okay, I'll be able to let you in and get you unstuck. There you go. You know, Amanda, it's a really bad idea to leave dead bodies in your house. They will make you sick. And also you have a visitor in your house. Did that lock itself? Alright, let me help you out here. Right. Here you go, have some food. Now, would you like to join my group? What? Target acquired? Does that mean yes? I'm guessing by the fact that you're working away that no, that didn't mean yes. Right. What else can I offer you? Let's get some crackers. And let's get some water. Do I have a water bottle out there? I do. Okay. Let's keep offering you stuff. Right. Did we get her? Oh, she's already joined our group. Okay, good. Alright, let's go to the base. And then we'll come and see what you've been able to salvage here and bring it over to the base. No, we're moving. I like your base, but I prefer mine. I don't remember if I've ever finished the conversation I was having about being able to, because now that's become more relevant. So if I make a big pot of food that you could sort of divvy up in maybe 5 or 6 rations, I'm not able to do that. And then at some point where the survivor that's hungry will just come and grab the whole pot and then just keep it around in their inventory and keep consuming it, which means that sometimes I have to make 2 big pots of food if I want to find some, for later. Right, Amanda. Okay, good. Sometimes you suck at fighting. Not you specifically, Amanda. Right. I don't know if I can do this while we're paused, so we'll do it while we're live. So let's do the area setting. I thought I already did this. Alright, set this as the area. Why did that come out as red? Why are those red? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know if that's a problem. Right. Let's set a wood storage area and a food storage area. Right, chop trees area. Actually, let's move a little bit first. Right. Chop trees area, we'll set this. And then wood storage area, we'll set this. And then food storage area, we'll set why is that red? We'll set this. Why is it? Because it's in front of the fridge. Food storage area set. And then we'll set this area as a farm. And also we'll put this area there to gather bodies. So area selecting, farming crops area. We'll set this. And we also need drop corpses area here. Okay, so you can return to base, right? There you go. United we are strong. What, is that your way of protesting and saying, I don't want to go to base, I don't want to split up? Alright, so she can take care of some tasks while she's around there. Survivors are good, and if they have nothing to do, then they'll pile corpses, try and chop some wood if they have an axe in their inventory. I don't know if they will farm unless you ask them to do so. But we'll take care of that shortly. And also, I'm not sure if the water in their inventory, when you ask them to farm, comes from the tap or not. I mean, which isn't really relevant until we have the utility shut off in a few days. Well, not a few days, it's still a month and a half away. But or at least a month and a half away. It could be 6 months from now. But it might be relevant later. Okay, am I still carrying around the VHS tapes? Yep, I am. Okay. Let's go drop these off. And then, since we're tired and it's coming up to night, I am going to watch a few tapes, start leveling up our skills, go to bed, and then wake up in the morning and go around the area, clear it up again of any zombies that have come in, and I guess we can rejoin each other then, because nobody wants to see the grinding. So, thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.